Good morning, boys and gerbils. We got a cruise this morning. Got places to go, people to see, things to do. Homemade gummy bear. Good morning, Kenneth. Y'all know the drill. Intel at bearindependent.com, intel at bearindependent.com. Chad, Intel goes to bearindependent.com. You know that, Elton, don't you? 94,400 of y'all. Bless y'all. Good morning, sheepdog. Love you guys. You guys are awesome. Please, if you've been lurking in the shadows, come out of the shadows, get yourself a bear hug, subscribe, click the little bell icon. That way YouTube will pretend to tell you when we go live. We have to cruise this morning, and also we are farmers. Dun 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 dun. You know what I mean, Valentina. Bear Independent Intel Report 25 June. Overview. Number of worldwide cases of COVID continues to climb. As of the time of this reporting, global cases are 9,502,000. Global deaths are 483,000. Global recoveries are 5,160,000. Of those 9.5 million global cases, 3,858,000 are active. U.S. cases are just shy of 2.5 million, 2,457,000 with 1.3 million active cases. U.S. deaths are 124,190 and U.S. recoveries are 1,033,398. Morning, Bobby Mojo. Bobby Mojo, has been a long while. Cases are spiking, which will cause more disruptions to the infrastructure. You carry water so well. The internet loves you. They just want to be you when they grow up. There's the garden, y'all. There's the garden. Cases are spiking, which will cause more disruptions to the infrastructure, economy, and society in this country. Again, these numbers, regardless of accuracy, are the basis for legislative and economic decisions which will impact your life directly, regardless of whether or not these numbers are malarkey. Maybe that's the word we're looking for. These malarkey numbers are the numbers, Donna Brown, that will be used to justify the tyranny that is coming down the pike. Lincoln County, Oregon is only requiring white residents to wear face masks. People of color are exempt due to concerns about racial profiling and harassment. That bullshit document is on Patreon. Hi, Dad. Dad, are we doing the report? Bye, Dad. Hi, Dad. Hi, Dad. Bye, Dad. Bye, Dad. Hi, Dad. Bye, Dad. Good morning, Sam. Hundreds of National Guard troops have been mobilized to protect Washington, D.C.'s monuments. Another homemade gummy bear. Boop the snoot. Governors are beginning to pause or reverse reopening as cases spike dramatically. Masks, travel restrictions, and mandatory quarantines are being required in more and more areas. Mr. Brees. 3 men have been indicted in the Ahmaud Arbery case, the father, son, and sheriff who are involved. Ashley Storms, good morning. Get ready for COVID 2.0. And I think when you want to be part of the show too, Potato? Okay, don't be, whatever. When you tell people they can't go to work for fear of COVID after they're watching a bunch of okay, Cat, yes, you can be part of the show too. Hi, Internet. My name's Potato. I was named by a toddler, and I'm a cat. Okay. When you tell people they can't go to work or they can't go to church for fear of spreading COVID while they're watching a bunch of Antifa BLM a-holes riot in the streets, you're gonna get civil unrest. You're gonna get actual civil unrest. Straight up. as if it, you know, and it's orchestrated. Let's just be clear on that. It's orchestrated. Tales from the Cryptid says, "Good morning, potato," as do many others. He's like, I don't care, I'm a cat. Cats are, you know, they have poor manners. I care. He don't care. JK Iron Man, good morning, brother. 2 or more eyewitness accounts, continuity of infrastructure and supply chains. Repeating, the Federal Reserve has announced a shortage of coin. Financial institution coin requests will be constricted due to this temporary disruption. More and more pics of this on the Patreon page, Bear Independent. Yes, Potato survives the wild. He lives outside, and his job is to eat the mice that try and eat my grain in the barn. And I can't at this point say whether or not he's doing a great job, because he weighs about a half a pound and is maybe, not including his tail, 7 inches long. My nephew called his cat French Fry. Franny, your nephew and Aspen would get along. Another wave of impact to the food supply chain is expected as COVID-19 cases swell again due to similar policies remaining in place, slowing production. Todd Masterboni, good morning, brother. Again, be aware. If you thought COVID 1.0 was bad, COVID 2.0 has the potential to be downright obnoxious. Be able to produce food. Keep stacking food to the rafters. Keep stacking food to the rafters. But Bear, it's so expensive. My Sam's Club had a 50-pound sack of rice for 18 bucks. It's supposed to be 11. You know what? 18 bucks is way better than the 60 bucks it's gonna be in a month or two. Buy it. Buy it. Stack it to the effing rafters. Man, I am telling you. Homemade gummy bear number 3. Jimmy Kirkpatrick, good morning. It seemed that the U.S.-China trade deal was over after comments from the White House trade advisor Pete Navarro. But Trump later tweeted, quote, "The China trade deal is fully intact. Hopefully, they will continue to live up to the terms of the agreement," end quote. Grab it, grab 'em, not intact. It's not, no tact. I've got none. Believe me. Legal, political, and military. South Dakota's Governor Kristi Noem has tweeted, quote, "Not on my watch," to the idea that Mount Rushmore would be targeted in the nationwide campaign to remove historic monuments. Here's what you do. We call our buddy Rex out there and we say, "Rex, we're gonna need an Overwatch team. Y'all get up there on top of that ridge with your 338 Lapuas or whatever. If you like the 416, if you like the 50 cal, whatever you prefer, 408 Shy Tac, whatever your thing is, man. Hell, even 6.5 Creed, whatever floats your boat. Y'all just get up there, put a couple of teams up there, and the first, pink dildo wheeling Antifa bro that shows up to try and deface that monument, cavitate his forehead. Or whatever. Good morning, Antonio McAllister. Minnesota Representative Steve Green has asserted that Antifa and Muslim groups plan to police Minneapolis under Muslim rule, and that communism is moving to the Twin Cities. This seems to be because Muslims prefer Sharia law, and if policing is performed by the community, then an Islamic law-enforced area is the natural result. 2 things here. Number 1, I told you all this 2 weeks ago. Number 2, one of the many reasons why I don't live in the city. You know what I mean, Todd Anderson? You know what I mean. I don't live in the city because I'm not going to have some Sharia law a-hole telling me how to live my life. Debbie, I love 7 mag. 7mm Remington Magnum and a 26-inch heavy profile barrel with some good Leopold glass on top of it is one of, oh gosh. Oh, I get all hot and bothered just thinking about it. You know what I mean, Big Joe? Big Joe knows what I mean. Yankees got running shorts, a bright orange shirt, and a war belt I don't know what he's fixing to do, and flops. Whatever he's gonna do it well, apparently. An autonomous zone attempt in Richmond was dispersed with chemical gas after an unlawful assembly was officially declared at Richmond City Hall. Good. The Student Religious Liberties Act has passed in Ohio. The good is, as long as they are not disruptive, students can pray, wear religious clothing, and meet on school grounds, and can engage in religious expression in completion of homework, artwork, and other assignments. The bad. There is the possibility that students could avoid penalties for incorrect answers for religious reasons. NWA Prepper. No, it's not a PT belt. I know where we're going and what we're doing today, and I know why he has those things. I also know that we cannot discuss these things. Dominic, you have the right to gather and assemble. What you don't have the right is the right to infringe upon other people's civil liberties when you gather and assemble. So if you're trying to set up your own autonomous zone, I'm cool with you getting sprayed in the face with mace and or getting showered in CS gas. Whatever floats your boat. Societal in general, repeating petitions to change historic names and defund various police departments continue, as do removals and vandalizations of historical monuments, statues, and memorials. According to some BLM rhetoric, white Jesus, white Mary effigies, and statues may be targeted due to being perceived as tools of white supremacy. On the one hand, cavitate your forehead. On the other hand, make no graven images. On the third hand, because I have that, because I'm special, I find it incredible how many people only care to play church on Sunday morning, if at all, rather than live it 168 hours a week. They're good for maybe 2 hours a week. But then they want to get all pissy about, they ain't going to be targeting my images of my Jesus. You know what? Simmer down. The selective outrage exists not only on the left. The right is engaged in it just as much as the left is. We just tend to overlook those things because their outrage tends to fall in line with our outrage. Faith is not something you do 2 hours a week. It's something you do 168 hours a week. And so if you are not actively serving your Creator, yet you are pissy at the idea that somebody would try and deface a statue of Jesus, your shit is not squared away. And additionally, let me go ahead and piss off everybody. Mary, there is nowhere in the Bible that says that we should worship Mary. Let me repeat, there is nowhere in the Bible that says we should worship Mary. So if you conform to a certain thought pattern of wizardry where the priest wears a penis on top of his head and you'll have to light the little incense thing and up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. In that particular cult that you're a part of, the worship of Mary is quintessential to your belief system. However, that has nothing to do with the Bible. So if you're pissy about somebody defacing Jesus and Mary, but you're not pissy at yourself for not living your faith, get your shit squared away, because Uptown Funk gonna give it to you. That's right, Lena. Calls for defunding or in some cases disbanding the police continue. Some city councils have already voted on such measures, whether for or against. Schools are no exception. Minneapolis, Portland, Denver, and Seattle have all already voted to end their contracts with police departments because they're effing idiots. In Texas, a children's hospital has started to admit adult patients. The state is seeing a huge increase in daily positive cases, recently seeing 5,000 new cases in a single day. COVID is back, y'all. This is back for a couple of reasons. The first is testing has greatly increased. The second is because they want it to be. Rooster Cogburn, Hamein. At least 3 truckers have been shot at in Georgia and Tennessee. The shooters are unknown. We got pics of this on Patreon. People getting their windshields shot out on their semi-trucks. Guys, I got just like 5 more minutes. I would like to remind you that if you want to buy an American-made product that has now saved anywhere between 7 and 10 lives, we're working on confirming the jump from 7 to 10. You can get the Bare Fact and the Bare Minimum, handmade, made in America, guaranteed forever with North American Rescue components at bearindependent.com. We also, if you have a department or an agency or an organization where you'd like to acquire 10 or more of these kits, just shoot us an email and we'll give you special pricing. Or if you need 10 or more kits and we want to add this thing and we don't want that thing, we also do custom kits as well. So we do all of that, and we're working with several different agencies right now to put together specific kits for them. We're working with one quasi-governmental organization to put together special kits for them. And we're working with a bunch of badasses that drive custom trucks 1,000 miles through the desert to put special kits together for them. So, hey, Tony Moore, so if you need something, understand that we'll get it to you, but the riots may affect shipping times. That is correct, the Angry Viking Therapist. Good morning, AVT. But bearindependent.com, patches, stickers, t-shirts. The Goats and Hose sticker or t-shirt started shipping yesterday. Bear Facts, we sent out 73 Bear Facts on Tuesday. Shipped a bunch of stomp bags and trauma bag inserts yesterday. Thing is rolling. Tree Guy kit at Adventure Frontier. There's a chainsaw IFAC Tree Guy kit that was designed by Travis at Adventure Frontier and brother Cody, who is an accomplished arborist, tree surgeon. And they have a chainsaw IFAC there at adventurefrontier.com. So write me a fake my attitude and caring when I get my stuff. I don't think that makes any sense, but sure, whatever you say, man. AdventureFrontier.com. Not only can you get your body armor there, and you can use promo code BearNation for 10 bucks off your order, you can also get your chainsaw IFAC there. So you should check that out as well. Potato, what do you want, man? You need a voice too. Can I be famous? I want to be famous, Dad. Okay, there, you're famous. Cool. All right, FEMA and DHS from an undisclosed location. This is part of the single accounts, insider intel, and miscellaneous. And guys, we are not going to get to the entire report today. So again, I would highly encourage you to check us out on Patreon. It's 3 cents a day or more. Base barrier to entries, 3 cents per day. You are welcome to quit at any time. No, I'm not going to refund your dollar. It's $1. Michael Martinez, bless you. But check it out on Patreon. In addition to everything else that goes on there, to the exclusive content that posts every day there, Men's Group Monday, Women's Group Wednesday. Later today, we'll have the exclusive Patreon live stream that's going on there, plus the brief, plus all the weekly threat matrices and additional intel that posts at the $10 and up level, plus $20 people get bear mugs, $50 people get bear t-shirts and bear Zoom calls twice monthly, and $100 people get all that stuff plus consult calls with bear. So yeah, check it out, patreon.com. Why you biting my hand, potato? FEMA and DHS from an undisclosed location. Business as usual, other than the regular temperature screenings for employees. No ramping up for civil unrest or war. Roger that. Appreciate ya. International. According to a translated German article, a quarantine was enforced on a residential complex housing at least 700 people after only 2 women in the complex tested positive. When around 200 residents tried to break out of the barriers, police used clubs and tear gas, even on children. A person who was seriously ill with a different issue was unable to access medical aid due to the barriers and died. Actionable. Check your hand sanitizer against this list, which was announced yesterday during the brief and is available on Patreon, to make sure that this stuff you're using does not contain methanol, which will make you dead. You know what I mean, Gary? You know what I mean. Caveman. Make sure your fire extinguishers are squared away and good to go, because people be exploding things in the near future. Yay, 4th of July. Be in communications with your neighbors and your sheriffs in case Antifa comes walking down your street, that when you got cavitate foreheads that you and the sheriff are buds. A new firearm transaction bill has all your user or your buyer info on the front page, so make sure nobody's snapping pictures of your user info so that they can steal your identity and move to Taiwan and buy a whole bunch of beers with your Amex card, because if you're going to be drinking beers in Taiwan, you should be doing it together, okay? Yay, explodey. Reach out and socially support each other, give people hugs, literally love on people, let them know that they're loved, let them know that you're there for them, because suicide is still through the roof and we don't want that. If you can't acquire a freezer for meat, pressure can stuff, you can cure stuff, you can pickle stuff, you can freeze dry stuff, and you can also look in alternative marketplaces like Craigslist and Facebook Marketplace for freezers. Homemade gummy bear number 4. You can get your medical supplies at bearindependent.com. You can also look at midwife and veterinarian supply stores. You can get food from the Asians, food from the Amish, restaurant supply stores, and local farmers. And if you can't obtain seed, plant your pantry. Stay vigilant. Stay on top. Morning, Stumps, Roots, and Shoots. Hey, tell Mr. Stump we're about ready to roll. And also, the rooster says hi. Stay on top of your politicians. There's a lot of tyranny flying around right now. Silver linings. Dalen McLee, a black man with a history of run-ins with the law, saved a police officer from a burning car after a car crash outside his apartment. Quote, "There is value in every human life. We are all children of God, and I can't imagine just watching anyone burn. No matter what other people have done to me or other officers, I thought, this guy deserves to make it home safely to his family." End quote. Good job, Dalen McLee. Thank you for being human. Next, quote, "Took a quarter of a cow to my grandparents, talked to more neighbors, ordering armor for my kids' backpacks, saving up for med kits for my church and house." Also, if you have a church that needs first aid kits, email us. We will work with you. We will work with you. We will work with you. Email us. November, Tango, X-Ray, Mike, Alpha, Golf. Subject line, church needs first aid. Thanks for the motivation. Bless y'all. Bless you back. Next, I'm a recent college graduate, 13th of June, from Eastern Oregon University. I recently moved back in with my parents in Portland. Yes, I know. However, despite the economic downturn, massive unemployment, and the natural competition generated by my contemporaries in the 2019-2020 graduating class across the state, I have found employment loosely in my field as a billing clerk in a nearby freight shipping company. I am determined to keep pushing forward with doing the things despite the difficult times. Good job, kid. Keep up the good work. Next, I am stocking food and growing my own food in buckets on my deck. We are preparing to leave our area and to head to a more rural area within the year. I owe Bear for getting my ass in gear. Thank the Father. Next, I'm a 21-year-old college wrestler. I've been watching you for almost a year now. I've been trying to grow my own food lately, and I have truly come to see how hard it really is. I have 3 raised beds that are 8 foot by 4 foot, and I have about 10 potatoes. growing out of a 5-gallon bucket. I also ordered 10 chickens. I'm thankful for the man upstairs for leading me to you. 5 minutes out, bro. My father always told me that when times get tough, you get tougher. Amen. Notes: you can find local resources and like-minded groups at bearindependent.com. At the forums, you can find the Prepper Classroom digital downloads, Bear Facts, Bare Minimums, Stomp Bags, Trauma Pack inserts, t-shirts, patches, stickers, soon-to-be hats, soon-to-be these coffee mugs, soon-to-be all kinds of cool stuff at the store at bearindependent.com. Grindstone Ministries is looking for an attorney and a grant writer. And by looking for an attorney and a grant writer, I mean that I need you to be an attorney or a grant writer, not your cousin's, uncle's, brother's best friend from college in 1978. Good morning, Sister Francis. But you need to actually be one. And by the way, this is gonna sound pissy, but we're just gonna go here. We've gotten a lot of emails from people who said, I'm an attorney. I'm happy to help. Please let me know how I'll be compensated. Or I'm a grant writer. I want to help. Please let me know how I'll be compensated. The answer is you won't be. I can use Google and find a grant writer. I can use Google and find an attorney. I'm not looking to find somebody to pay. Nobody at Grindstone gets paid. And just because you're an attorney or a grant writer doesn't mean you're any more valuable than the project management, the people swinging the hammers, the people operating the heavy equipment, the people repairing the wells and the sewage, the people who are cooking for the project, the people who are dealing with logistics, the people who are donating, the people who are running this thing, pouring themselves blood, sweat, tears into this thing. So no, I don't want to pay you. If I wanted to pay somebody, I'd already be paying somebody. We run this thing lean, and we run it lean because we need every effing dime we can get our hands on to save victims of human trafficking and sex crimes. And I'm not taking money away from that to put it in your pocket. If you want to help, you can help. Grindstone Ministries at gmail.com. To support Grindstone, you can drink a cup of coffee at disastercoffee.com. You can go to Sanctified Supply Co. They need to sell another 100 shirts, sanctifiedsupplyco.com. Throw them a $20 bill if you got one. And you can pre-order a radio from Amendment, the #1 preparedness.com. Awesome brother, awesome brother, awesome brother. Potato, you bite my hand one more time, you're going to be a flying cat. Let's talk to the Father. Shut up, Rooster. Good morning, Father Yah. Thank you for a beautiful morning. Father, thank you for conviction, and thank you for people within the sound of my voice, and I pray that you'd fill us up today. If there's anything within the sound of my voice that's not of you, I rebuke it in the name of Yeshua HaMashiach and command it to flee. Fill us up with your Ruach HaKodesh, your Holy Spirit, that we would be indwelt with you, your power, your authority, your wisdom, your strength, your compassion, your love, your understanding, and your peace. That we would be you today to the best of our broken ability, that when people see us, they would see you, and you would create opportunities for us to evangelize, for us to grow, for us to walk with you, for us to teach, for us to come to know you better. Father, use us to accomplish your will this day. We will do our worldly best to remember you in all that we do and to diligently obey the voice of you, Yahweh our Elohim, having a full expectation of the abundance of your provision and blessing, that you would come upon us and overtake us with just how awesome and powerful you are. I ask these things in Yeshua's name. Amen. Shalom, y'all.